Hey everyone, I've got a question for you guys. How are you feeling today? Now, it's a little bit different to what you'd usually expect someone to ask, especially in Australia. Most of us just say, how you doing? But the issue with asking how you're doing is it doesn't really mean anything. In Australia, it's just a really easy way of greeting someone. It's basically another way of saying hello. If I meet a mate, if I see someone I haven't seen in a while, I'm gonna ask, how you doing? But the thing with that is that it doesn't allow us or give us an opportunity to really express how we are feeling. And in the society that we live in now, that is such an important part of what we do, of knowing how we're feeling in a society that is crippled, that is weighed so heavily down by mental health conditions, by the things of our mind, by being trapped in things such as depression or anxiety or paranoia or OCD. How we are actually feeling is so important. So I've been thinking a lot recently about this. Someone asks me how I'm doing, I'm going to answer in 4 different ways. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm good. Or I'll say, oh yeah, I'm okay. Or I'll say, oh, I've been pretty busy with work and everything that's been getting on top of me. Or 4, I'll just tell them, yeah, I'm good, but I'm tired. Now the thing with that is that how you're doing, it forces us to respond in a certain way. It doesn't allow us to actually express what we are feeling, what's going on, how our day's been. There are some days where I wish I could honestly just say to people, you know what, I'm not doing too good. This happened, work was stressful, one of my relationships, things just aren't going too well. Sometimes I just want someone to ask me how I'm feeling, how I'm genuinely doing, what's going on in my life, even if it's 2 minutes. And sometimes that person might not even be able to help me. They might not be able to support me in that. That's not what it's about. It's showing that intention and that purpose and going out of your way to see how someone else is doing. And in this society, we're so caught up in busyness, in time, and how difficult it is to get stuff done with the demands of life. But in a world that is so grasped by mental health conditions, as I said before, those things that I mentioned, we need some way of being intentional. We need some way to combat that. Because if it's something that is weighing down on us every single day, if it's in our thoughts every single day, what are we doing against that? We need to be intentional in the way that we greet one another, in the way that we respond to one another, the things that we say to one another, the words that we use. I think so often we take for granted how powerful our words are. A real classic example, let's just take high school. You get your bullies, the kids, you know, the iconic bullies, but then you also get your school captains or your year level captains. And the difference between these two groups is that one of them is aware of the power of the life that they can bring, the support that they can bring through their words. And then the other, your bullies, I'm not saying they're bad people, no way, but they aren't aware of the value that they have in their words and the incredible power that they have in the words that they can speak over others' lives. I think such a key part of something such as depression or any mental health condition is there's this insanely strong feeling of isolation. There's this feeling that we can't talk to anyone. There's this feeling that what's going on in our mind, no one else will understand. And whilst it's true, I don't think we can ever fully understand someone else. I think that in the society that we live in, it's so important to not be left in isolation. It's so important to not feel as if no one else is around us to get what's going on. But imagine giving someone the opportunity in their day. Imagine they've had a long week, a long day. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. And imagine simply being intentional with our words and asking, how are you feeling today? Imagine the opportunity that gives that person to then express what's going on. Even if they don't manage to get it all out, it gives them that platform to really get at how they're feeling. I think we need to change the culture that we live in because there's such a strong stigmatization on being honest with how we feel or having emotions that sometimes are real. Sometimes being down or being sad or feeling alone or feeling angry or whatever it might be. I think there's such a strong idea that if we're feeling those things, that there's something wrong with us. That there's something wrong in our neurochemistry, in the imbalances in our brain, in our consciousness, in our psyche, whatever it might be. But it's almost like people aren't allowed to express how they're really feeling because they're scared of what people might think. Now, I don't know exactly how to do that, but I think one thing that we can start by doing is by being intentional with our words. And I guess rather than asking how you're doing or saying how you're doing, ask, how are you feeling today? Anyways, guys, that is it for this episode. But I guess I have to ask, what do you think? Peace, guys. Hello everyone, thank you guys so much for actually being at this part of the video. If you're here, I'm really glad. It means you stayed through the important part. All this is really is me just introducing myself. So my name is Ari, I am 21. I've studied psychology for a few years, so the idea of psychology, of the mind, of society, sociology, anything to do with that is something that I'm really interested in. I did 2 years of psychology at uni, but I ended up taking a break because I needed some space to, I guess, figure out who I am. And a big thought that I had was, if I want to spend my career helping others or facilitating a place where others can understand who they are or how their mind works, I first of all have to know how mine works. How can I expect to help someone if I can't even help myself? And so I guess a bit of my passion, and the reason that led me to being right here, to wanting to start YouTube, is that I guess I've always thought that I had a voice. I always, was able to speak, and as I was saying before, I can influence people. I can speak words of support and encouragement and help. But I needed a platform to do that. I don't know what this will look like. I don't know if I get 100 views, like if I get a community of 10 people, that is awesome, because I am not doing this so much for others, but also for myself, a place where I can bounce off people, where I can discuss ideas, where I can be involved in a group of people that are like-minded in some degree and actually want to think about these things. I want to question the status quo, as cliche as that is. And I'm really hoping that something cool can come out of this. I don't know what that is yet. As I said, yeah, I'd like to do more videos throughout the week. I've got a few ideas. I've had friends and different people around me in my life who've been giving me ideas for stuff that I could do for this YouTube channel. So please give me ideas, send me messages, whatever that might be, and let me know if you've got anything cool that I could do. I don't really know. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited to do this. I'm really bad with following through and getting stuff done. I'm great with ideas and actually thinking about stuff, but my follow through isn't that good. So I'm about to edit this video. I have Premiere Pro set up. I'm ready to get this going and see what comes of it. And yeah, guys, this should be fun. I'm pretty keen for this. Let me know wherever, I don't know, how your thoughts on this. How could I improve stuff? This is pretty nerve-wracking for me because this is my first time making YouTube videos properly. But yeah, guys, that is basically the end of this episode. I will hope to get one out in the next few days, at least the very next week. But stay tuned, guys. I've got ideas for these next videos, so keep me in mind. Peace, guys.